What's good, y'all? You already know what it is. These women are wildin' again. Shout outs to John Cena standing on business about prenups. And old girl finds out the hard way why, too. Shout outs to Poor Man Podcast for the video. Like, comment, subscribe to your boy. Help him out against the algorithm and to see more breakdowns like this. And let's see what they talking about.
How did you navigate breaking up in front of the world, Nikki?
Well, having two public breakups is what everyone saw. Yes, I had to give him $200,000.
Almost 4 years ago, we made a video about John Cena insisting that Nikki Bella sign an airtight relationship contract.
Okay.
They weren't even married. Nikki was just moving into his house, and John already knew what time it was. 75 pages.
Oh, yeah.
We still don't know everything.
He's a G for that. A prenup for a living girlfriend? He is no sucker.
Yeah, that's a tight contract. He wasn't playing no games. He wanted to make sure that he sealed the deal.
That was inside it. Because remember, you can't see John Cena.
You definitely can't.
Where's he at? John Cena.
He's
John
invisible.
Cena, where's he at? I have no idea. Bro, what is he?
But trust me, you could
I wonder if he ever gets tired of that. I'm sure people do that to him all the time, everywhere he goes.
see the point he was making.
You're right. I should have told you before you packed the first box. I guess the reason I didn't ask you when I asked is because I didn't want to take something so wonderful and immediately it up with something so business. This is what my life is.
Yeah.
This is what
Yeah.
it's become. You met my family.
Right.
You think my mom paid for that house herself?
Yeah.
She didn't. My brother lives in that house.
Right.
They're expecting a child. My younger brother who's got medical problems.
Exactly.
I make
And
sure.
I respect this because he's basically saying,
Yeah. She's wild. I'm talking about, yeah, I thought she paid for that mansion by herself. Yeah, women do not get this at all. Like, John Cena's laying it out perfectly. He's got a family that relies on him. And of course, he's smart to protect him and protect them. Like, you just met this girl, known her for maybe a couple of years, and you guys can get married, and in 3, 4, 5 years, she could just say, I'm no longer happy, and just obliterate your empire. And now your family's cooked, you're cooked. And then women just don't understand why prenups are so important and why it needs to be in place. But of course, I mean, the reason why they don't care, though, is because they're selfish. Like, they believe the whole point of a relationship is for them. So they have no problem gobbling up all those resources and taking all the money, even though they've only been with you for maybe 5, 6 years. A lot of divorces end before the 10-year mark. A lot end before the 5-year mark, and then even more end before the 10-year mark. So you work your whole life to build this wealth that you use to take care of a bunch of people. Are you for real gonna just allow a girl that you've known for, say, 5 years and we're together, married for another 5-ish to 10 years? No, that's stupid. And shout outs to Cena for not going on that. I didn't even know he was like that. I didn't know he was moving like that in the dating game. So mad respects to him. Homeboy's a champion in the ring and outside of it.
I have responsibilities. I have people that depend on me, and I can't be so frivolous if these people depend on me to just follow my heart and then jump into a relationship where all of my assets and the things that I help my family with could be put in jeopardy. If you already got something going for yourself before a woman jumps in, especially, that's a good take. I can't put everybody at risk just because I feel a sense of love in the moment. That's a solid take.
He's okay. I always tell them I'm a whore brother, but I try the best to be the best provider that I can. I just don't want to ever be in a position where that's in jeopardy.
John Cena then hit Nikki and men in general with a full red pill sledgehammer.
I don't think date nights can ever get old, but I think so many years down the road to keep things exciting, I think kids help that in a relationship. I see the point of kids after you've been with someone for so long.
So basically what you just said across the table is, you will get bored of me.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said.
I'm not going
That
to
is
get
what you
bored of
said.
you.
Yeah, that's
Bro, look at Cena. I didn't know he operated like this. He's calm, he's stoic, and he's not going. He's calling her out. Bro, Akash Singh needs to freaking spend a day with John Cena.
exactly what she said.
Nikki had nothing to say after that.
Yeah.
And surprise, surprise, the relationship ended soon after.
Exactly.
Fast forward,
Shocker.
Nikki
And
marries
that would have been half of his wealth right there, just like
Yes.
that. Off of
Stardom in 2022 without a prenup,
Oh,
gets divorced in 2024, and she had to pay. And
it
now
only lasted 2.
Dang. I mean, I'm gonna give her some credit though. Like she was very consistent on the prenup thing, so I'm gonna give her credit on that because a lot of girls would be like, "Oh no, I ain't signing your prenup," and then they go off and get a different dude, and they're gonna try to make him sign the prenup. So I will give her some credit for being consistent. She truly doesn't believe in prenups. It's still a bad take and a bad belief, but shout outs to her though for staying consistent with it.
Years. I think we're seeing more of those short marriages, of course, because divorce is incentivized by half of the party, whichever, in this case, the guy's side, but whoever doesn't make as much money is incentivized to essentially push towards divorce because they get rewarded for it. That's one side of the issue. But I also think there's an issue with people getting married for love instead of commitment, not understanding that love is commitment, and anything you love, you have to commit to. And so when the feeling or the emotion of love starts to wear off, if you don't have that commitment to follow it, then it's just going to be, it's just going to be over.
she's finally talking about it publicly on her podcast. Let's jump in.
And I would substitute the word love for happiness, especially with women, where they think the entire idea of a relationship is to make them happy. And so the second they no longer are happy, that's when they bounce. And yeah, it's not a commitment at all. I mean, the concept of like marriage is so beautiful, of just two people sticking together, fighting it out, thugging it out through life, overcoming all the challenges and choosing each other, creating a healthy, safe environment for kids to thrive in. Well, the problem is it just does not get executed in that manner in the West. Like the other cultures still do it. The grandparents are still married forever. The divorce rate is not 50% in other cultures. This is a very, very uniquely Western thing. And I believe it's because they're marrying for happiness. And it's so stupid to try to be happy 24/7. Like, there's going to be challenges in life. There's going to be obstacles in life. People are going to die, unfortunately. Your business is going to go under. You're going to lose your job. Like, stuff is going to happen. To think that another person can just always make you happy day in and day out, year over year, is just stupid. It's so dumb.
Now it's time for us to get into this and do what we got to do. Because we many.
All right, let's go.
We many.
Let's go. Good channel.
It got everyone's attention to hear.
That's right. So there's a major headline going on, or going around about me that I just really want to kill. I don't want to get super deep into it, and that could be a part of the issue. This during my entire divorce, the incident that happened, because I haven't.
What was the incident? I wonder what the incident was.
Gotten really into it. It's given people opportunity to
Make up lies.
Yeah. Have their own perception on what's happened. And you know what? I'm okay with that because I know the truth, lived it. I'm here and I'm happy. So that's what has kept me strong. But I need to educate the ones that aren't educated on a certain topic,
Which is a lot.
And by the way, I don't blame people.
Women are now doing prenup education. Look at that. What a world. What a time to be alive.
Because one thing I've realized, there's a lot of topics in life that I'm not educated on because I haven't been through it.
Yep.
And we have to remember that the internet, there's a lot of people that have never been in love, have never been married, have never.
Well, one thing you got to learn real quick as an adult is that mistakes are expensive.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it always helps to have a mentor or somebody that can guide you so you can avoid those mistakes. But for rich people, though, I think that their money insulates them from this a little bit. And that's why, rich people can get away with certain things. But for people that are in the middle class or lower class, there are certain mistakes that could genuinely ruin your life because you just can't even afford to pay for them. You can't afford to solve them. And for her, this is going to be a very expensive mistake, but it isn't going to be something she can't recover from like it is for a lot of working class men.
But we don't know it till we've gone through it, right?
That's true. And then for her, too, it's good. It's lucky for her that she just had to pay $200K one time. I mean, how many male celebrities have to pay millions and millions of dollars one time plus hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars a month? Look at Dr. Dre and gosh, and many other people.
Right.
Exactly, Nikki. John Cena had already gone through it. He had a 3-year marriage to his high school sweetheart, went through divorce court, got burned, and said, Never again.
Oh
Nikki
yeah,
didn't.
some dudes don't play. Like, I don't know if people know this, but Hugh Hefner actually was engaged to his high school sweetheart too, and this is before he did the Playboy and all that other stuff. He was engaged to his high school sweetheart, and she admitted to cheating like a couple of weeks before his marriage, and he said it completely broke him, and that's kind of what inspired him to start Playboy. He said from now...
I didn't know that about Cena or Hugh Hefner. That explains a lot. While Cena is so like, he's standing on business. Even when he's talking to her, the look in his eyes, it's a look of conviction. Yeah, that's a guy who's not going.
I don't want to put a ring on you. I just want to put that thing on you.
Learn from someone else's experience. But remember the old saying, while it is wise to learn from experience, it is wiser to learn from the experiences of others.
definitely.
Nikki didn't, and she paid.
So let me tell you about divorce. So obviously TMZ put out, and then everyone else has picked it up, and everyone's had opinions about Artemanized divorce settlement. It's everywhere. It is mind-blowing to me that our government allows all this stuff to be public, but that's, the way the world is, and it's okay, and we're here. The divorce has nothing to do with what happened, the incident, any of that. Divorce is divorce. Divorce has to deal with the paper, the contract you signed during marriage, the day of marriage, at the court before marriage, whatever. So
it's honestly one of the most important contracts you'll ever sign in your life, and people think that they should do it based on emotion and not intention.
Is what
People don't even consider it a contract, though. People for real think getting married is just the wedding. They don't even consider a contract. And then this whole thing of like the common complaint from women about, if you really loved me, we wouldn't start our marriage off on a prenup. But it's like, dog, the marriage already has a prenup. It's called the government's prenup. And it destroys the man. So you already have a prenup. It's like a will. There's already... So like Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, talks about having a will. And he says the same thing, where it's like, if you don't have a plan for your money, when you die, guess what? The government does.
everyone saw. Yes, I had to give him $200,000.
Cough it
That's
up.
what happens when you're the
support,
the breadwinner.
alimony.
Yeah.
The breadwinner.
Beautiful summary, Nikki. Divorce is divorce. The court system doesn't care about romantic speeches.
Right.
It doesn't care who fell out of love first. It doesn't care who cheated. It cares about the contract.
Well, it cares about the money that it's going to make from the contract. The judge, the lawyers that drag it on so that they can get paid more. It doesn't even care about the results of the children. Well, a father is the most important factor in a kid's life. And with that being known, I mean, there's plenty of studies to back that up. Why would you ever separate a father from their kid? And I always thought that it was interesting that they put people on child support instead of giving the kid to the parent that's more capable. Instead of taking the man's money and giving it to the woman who can't provide a life for herself, why wouldn't you just give the kid to the man? But of course, divorce court treats people like second-class citizens because it's really just it's a racket at this point.
Marriage is
Another thing too is there's a lot of states, maybe not a lot, but there's some states that have like automatic 50-50. But even in those instances though, the guy still has to pay child support. So they have the kids 50-50 and he's still paying child support. It's insane. It's like it's no longer 50-50. You're paying child support. So you pay for the kids when they're at your house, and you still got to send the mom a paycheck. And you still split all the kids' activities, their sports activities, their school activities, still get split in the middle. So it's like, that is not 50-50 no more. That is 75-25.
the contract. Nikki was the breadwinner, so she had to pay. Not $200, not $2,000, $200,000.
That hurts.
Why? Because that's what the contract demanded.
That hurts.
Now listen to the explanation.
And also, there's a lot of different things that happen to make that number. I got a steal. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to say. And you know, the one thing is our judge. We did private mediation. Said at the end of it, this is the first time in all the years I've done this where a woman had to pay a man.
Yeah, and that's a big issue because there are articles out now, and you can look this up, that says that women are breadwinners in 40% of the households. And if that's the case, why are you seeing that 92% of all alimony still paid from male to female? And it's because the court system, the divorce court system specifically, is extremely biased. And that's probably why she still got a sweetheart deal.
Yeah, I have a buddy who he was paying an X number amount in child support, and then when his income went down, they were like, oh, well, no, because you're capable of making, six figures, so you just need to get back to getting a six-figure job. And they kept him paying the same amount of child support. But then when his income went up, guess what? Child support went up. So I was like, how is that what's best for the kid? Like it's 1000% just screwing over the man.
This is the first time in all the years I've done this where a woman had to pay a man.
Yep.
And the judge said, you should be so damn proud that you built such an empire that someone wants a piece of it. Now, let me tell you the learning lesson. If you ever get married again, promise me you will make them sign a prenup. And I was like, I promise.
Yeah, what are the odds that that judge is giving that same speech to men when they have to pay out tons of money in child support and alimony?
They go, hard lesson to learn today. Because of the money you're going to have to pay out, but be damn proud of yourself.
So like a man gets treated like a second-class citizen or a second-class parent, and women get like a pep talk on how they've done so well for themselves, and then they get professional advice on how they should, no matter what, sign a prenup next time. It's interesting.
And it was nice to hear that, and I was, even though it hurts, because I broke my neck for that money. That money, all that is my hard-earned money.
Yeah.
The judge bailed her out. Why? Because she's a woman.
Right.
The judge told her she should be proud that she built an empire someone wants a piece of. That's not justice, that's affirmation. For a man, that's standard protocol. For a woman, it's a wake-up call.
Right.
And let's be clear, this was a steal. With a net worth of $10 million, a $200,000 payout is getting off easy.
She damn near didn't pay anything. That's less than 1% of her wealth. There are guys that are showing up to work for 40 hours a week, breaking their back to provide for their families, and then one day their wife goes, I'm not happy anymore, and he makes $65,000 a year and somehow, through some miracle, managed to save up a little bit of money, have a little bit of savings, have a little bit of his mortgage paid off, some equity in his home, and damn near all of that gets taken away. So he gets raked over the coals, and this woman who's worth $10 million gives up less than or about 1% of her income. In a world of equality, she should have taken the hit like every other guy has to.
Women only understand the value of a prenup when their money is on the line.
Right. And can I just say a side note just on the prenup thing? I told Nicole many times, he needs to sign it. He needs to sign it. Please annul. Please annul. Everyone, I don't care. Everyone knows I'm the bad guy. And you believed in such a fairy tale, and you're like, you let it go because you loved him.
Right.
So I will say that, like, because people always try to make the worst of evils and the villains, and it's just so crazy. When, just coming from a sister point, a lot of you who listen, you guys have best friends, sisters, family members, and, there's us who, like, are the audience watching and being like, do this, come on, please.
No. You're talking about best friends and sisters. No, you should be talking about your brothers. You should be talking about your nephews, the men in those situations, because the men have stronger consequences. And I can understand if she started from the bottom with you, but if she wasn't in the gym shooting free throws with you, she don't deserve to hold up that championship trophy. I see a prenup like car insurance. Just because you get car insurance doesn't mean you plan on crashing your car, but in worst case scenarios, at least you're protected.
People easily get lost in love. So it's kind of how, like, when I see all the comments and all that, I'm like, you don't even know where this all actually stemmed from when you're looking at the settlement.
This part is important. Nikki and Bree had a reality show. Artem proposed on that show.
Well, we married.
Oh, yeah, bro, secure in the bag.
Prenups
He's secure
are
in the
not
bag.
romantic. They're seen as distrust and not loving me 100%. And Nikki couldn't do it because then she'd look like a hypocrite.
Right.
Why? Because she broke up with John Cena for setting boundaries and creating a legal agreement.
Right.
She couldn't turn around and demand a prenup from Artem. The sisterhood would have destroyed her.
Right.
So she chose love and paid for it.
I know. Well,
And it kills me.
Well, here's another kill rumor. They're all like, oh, so he got the money because she lost. Like, no. Child support. If you are the breadwinner, if you make more money,
Cough it up.
it is literally a state calculator.
Cough
they
it up.
put in the incomes and they go, boom, this one makes more money. This is what you owe per month. At any point, by the way, till Mateo's 18, we'll always have to go. We can always go back to court or not. And this is anyone relationship, and you'll have to do the calculators again. And child.
And that's the craziest part about it. If I invest in XRP and my XRP goes through the roof, even if it's momentarily and I haven't even cashed it out, that can be levied against me for a woman to get even more child support. But if I invest in XRP and it hits zero tomorrow, they never consider your losses when it comes to how much you have to pay in child support. So if you
nope, they're gonna tell you that get back to where you were at. You're a type of person who can earn this type of money, so you need to get back to it.
You got to pay more. If you lose, you're just a loser. It's like a lose-lose situation. You're still building your life. You're not even attached to this woman anymore, but you're still building your life to give this woman your money. And it wouldn't be an issue if there was like a special card that women had to use to prove that they were actually spending the money on the kid. But some of these people are getting $5,000-$6,000 a month, and then you see them with all these nice designer bags and stuff, and you like, what's going on here? Where's that money actually going? Because I don't know any kid that needs $6,000 to live.
Port change it.
No, absolutely not. The most expensive thing about children is like actually like the stuff around the children, like daycare, doctor's visits in the beginning. But like a kid, they don't eat very much. They don't give a crap about what clothes they wear. They're going to run around and tear them up anyways. Like the kid itself is not that expensive at all. Now when they get older and they're in sports and extracurricular activity, then yeah, they could be, they'll get expensive, but not no $10,000-$20,000 a month expensive. Like 99% of the country make less than that, and they have 3, 4, 5 kids. So how is it all of a sudden now when a person gets divorced, all of a sudden now she needs $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 a month to take care of the kid?
And so, because sometimes people start to do better, they do worse, and blah, blah, blah. It's strictly having a kid in a marriage. That's all it is. So everyone with all these stories, winners, losers, this and that, like you just have to educate yourself on things. And that's what I've realized about the internet. And I try to give so much grace because I'm like, they haven't been divorced, or they haven't been married, or they don't have a friend who's been through a divorce. All of it's strictly divorce. And believe me, I did great in it because they wanted to settle. I was going to trial.
They wanted to settle really bad.
Well, okay, Bree, remember when I said, can you keep this light?
And this is why she's so calm. She knows this was a steal. She could have lost half of everything. Instead, she pays $3,500 a month in child support with shared custody. For her,
if your net worth is $10 million, that's almost no money.
That's a win.
He must. Was dude like a normal guy? Because like for her to get this type of deal, he would need to be making good money himself. Like if he's just like a normal civilian making whatever, 40, 50, 60, $70,000 a year, there's no way he should only be getting $3,000 a month. Yeah, she made out like a bandit. $200,000 one time and $3,000 a month. I know normal people that pay close to that. Like people, that's crazy.
But remember the numbers we usually hear: 50K, 100K, 200 freaking K a month.
Crazy.
When you hear numbers like that, you better protect yourself because no child needs that much money to eat.
True.
I work really hard, and the child support doesn't bother me because I want Mateo to make sure his life in the other house is equal, and that is the one thing too. Everyone will bitch and complain. Oh my gosh, this is about child support. When you're in the courtroom, child support is so the child could have an equal life in both homes.
Right.
That's where it comes from. And so it is hard, and you're like, oh, it hurts, but it's so maybe the other parent can get a better place for rent.
Yeah,
so
my problem with that is that both of the parents aren't together anymore and they don't do equal shit. If they had to equally contribute to that kid living an equal life in both of those houses, it'd be different. But for one person to pay for two households when those households are no longer united, 70% of divorces are initiated by women. Why should the man have to take care of two households because the woman decided that she wanted a divorce? I really don't think that that's fair.
then your child's
Yeah, 1,000%. That's a stupid rule. Like nobody's entitled to any lifestyle. Nobody. Like the woman is not entitled to the same lifestyle because the man doesn't get like the same nothing from the woman. Like he's still not getting play from her. She's still not. Well, I mean, a lot of these women aren't cooking, but let's say she was cooking and cleaning. She ain't doing that no more at the other house. So why is it that my money still goes over to the other house? That makes no sense. No, that is a stupid rule. It's just a scapegoat argument, just so that they can just keep doing what they're doing. That rule makes no sense.
support goes to that, right? Or they can eat the same organic food or so for me it doesn't, I don't even think twice about it because I'm like, that is making sure Mateo's also 50-50. Half of his other time is a good life.
Right.
You know, but
She's being politically correct. We all know it's women who receive the brunt of these massive payouts.
Exactly.
Dunking on child support would mean dunking on the very system that benefits her gender.
Exactly.
But notice what she
Yeah,
said.
it's like 7 of the 10 richest women in the world currently got their money through the inheritance of the death of a father or something like that, or got it through divorce. So 7 of the 10 richest women got it from this type of come up.
They can go back to court for 18 years as life and income change.
Yep.
I want you to keep that same energy
Yep.
when your ex-husband demands more money
He will.
because he can't keep up the lifestyle. When he expects you to pay for it because it's 50-50, right? John Cena was right from the beginning. Prevention is cure. Stay out of the courtroom.
Sometimes I wonder, how do you even go about that? How does the judge even consider that with logic? Like, you go to the judge and go, well, she's making or he's making more money now. Generally speaking, he's making more money now. I need more than $6,000 a month because the kid needs more Fruit Loops. Like, what kind of logical judge would look at that and go, yeah, this person needs more of it?
Well, the judge does whatever they want, and they're incentivized too to freaking do this. They give fees and crap like that going to the divorce. Man, it's brutal out there. All right. Thank you guys for your time. I'll wrap that up. Like, comment, subscribe to your boy if you want to get more videos like this, and we'll catch you on the next one.